Welcome to Andermatt, this pearl in the Alpine mountains. And we are here for a very exciting weekend to come, because for the first time ever, Classic Driver and the Supercar Owner Circle join forces to invite incredible owners with incredible cars to a weekend out driving on the most wonderful roads. Join us and we take you to every little moment of this fantastic event at this weekend. So this film will show you everything that will happen on the road and off the road. One important part is a sneak peek into the garage before the cars are leaving. So just follow me, come on. This year at the SOC and Classic Driver, we have some amazing cars participating in our event. I would like to show you a few. It's very rarely that you see on a mountain pass a Mercedes-Benz SLS GT3. Still covered because we need a bit of attention for you later on and would like to surprise you, but you will see the car going on. An event without a Bugatti Bolide is not a complete event. Look at the right side, Aston Martin Valkyrie. Absolutely stunning. And now one of my all-time favorites, Porsche Rennsport. I mean, also here, I cannot wait when the roar of the engine is like thundering through the passes that we close exclusively for this event. This is the best variation of different brands and models. And when do you see a CC850, a Koenigsegg with a according right number plate from Dubai in the mountains in Switzerland? So this is absolutely special. We have also the classic element that we would like to bring into the SOC world. And here we have a brilliant Porsche Carrera 2.7 RS. And we will see also some of the later versions of the car, but we are so happy that we have a great mix of cars coming to this event. Speak about Koenigsegg, CCXR, or my old-time favorite, the Porsche Carrera GT. Could you imagine driving the Fokker Pass with this car? I mean, that's near perfection to paradise. What would be a driving event without a Ferrari F40? You need an F40 nowadays, otherwise your event is not complete. Look at the LaFerrari in a fantastic color scheme. Also one of the, I would say, Kurvenjäger, which means someone who's hunting the corners. And something very, very rare in a spectacular color combination in blue over blue is the Maserati MC12. For me, this long car has so much elegance, even though it's a sheer racing car for the road. When we speak about the Jaguar XJ220, I think one of my favorite cars in this greenish color, but sadly 6 cylinders too less, in my opinion. 812. 275 GTB in its Jubilee year. I mean, this is sheer Italian beauty. And something that a friend of mine would call brutiful would be the Bizzarini 5300 GT, the marriage between American engineering and Italian design with a brutal V8. So which one would you choose to go for the hunt of corners? You don't suffer from double vision because you see right. There are two Lamborghini Diablo Special Edition 30 Jotas in purple here in Andermatt. 2 of only 150 made. How exceptional is this? I don't want to overstress the word iconic, but if you see 2 Porsche 911 Carrera RSR 3 liters IROC, which stands for International Race of Champions, in one place, that's truly something exceptional. Pretty fair to speak about iconic. I can't wait to hear these two making some noise on an alpine pass. What looks a little bit like the Gotthard post-coach horse carriage, it's not. It's Bugatti Chiron. And we are beyond proud that Bugatti decided to become the patron of our event. And this is why we amassed quite a good number of very interesting Bugatti models. And whoever said that a Bugatti Veyron is not a practical car, I prove you wrong, because it's the fastest mirror on wheels. So whoever said that is totally wrong. A Veyron is very practical in your daily life. As we said, Bugatti is supporting us, and so we can say that we have the famous Bugatti Rennsport Vitesse Transformer, very rare, and of course also a Bugatti Veyron Rennsport or a Chiron Sport, and many, many more to come. So what is your favorite Bugatti of all times? Let us know.
When Lamborghini turned 30 years old, they brought out these amazing SE30s for the anniversary of the company. And after a while, I would say like the rumor is about half a year, they developed the Jota kit on these cars, which is basically a racing kit for the 150 SE30s. And it says 28 kits were produced and nearly 20 of them were put on the cars by the factory. Hey guys, my name is Moritz Hess. I'm from Germany. I'm here with my brother Alex, and we joined this weekend the amazing rally of the SOC and Classic Driver here in Andermatt. We had a beautiful weather. It was an amazing drive. We really enjoyed it, and I hope I can show you a little bit what we brought. We came with a 2 SE30 Jota this time. How can we describe these cars? They are very rare, they are very brutal, they are kind of hard to drive. It's getting even worse here in the very high level in the mountains, which surprised us. The other new cars had these problems as well. In the low revs, the cars were a little bit struggling, but otherwise in the high revs, it was amazing. The very special thing on the SE30 Jota is that they changed the camshafts, they changed the whole air intake, which you can see on these roof scoops. They changed the exhaust system and the ECU. Those are the most significant parts on these cars which are changed. Yeah, our personal connection, and I say our as my brother and I, we grew up with these kind of cars through our dad. Especially these two cars were first owned by our dad. The car in front he owned for nearly 10 years, like 8 or 9 years. And the car in the back he sold in the first year to a close friend of him. And both cars went around the 2000s to Japan. So let me introduce you into the car. I want to show you the most significant things on it. The color you saw already out from the outside. I wouldn't say rare, as most of the SE30s are produced in the purple color, and inside not all of them are blue. Some were black, or there's even one inside red. Every SE30 has a number on the left side. Like they are all numbered from 1 to 150. There are some cars around like 0 and so on. So let me show you the Jota kit, which is the most significant part on this car. Here you can see on the upper side of the engine, the air intakes, where you have a small, like a very thin filter, which is all you have. So even when it's raining, some water is coming in, but it doesn't matter.
It's time to start the engines and get in line for the first drive of the SOC Classic Driver Andermatt. With the support of the local authorities, we have been able to close the Oberalp Pass and the Furka Pass for traffic for a short time, so we can enjoy these iconic mountain roads securely with our cars. And to be honest, there isn't a better way to experience a proper sports car, no matter if it was built in 1966 or in 2026. Than driving it on a twisted mountain path in the Alps. After a very exciting ride, and you saw it in the video, how much fun everyone had driving up a closed mountain pass and then heading here off Lake Santa Maria, and please look at the lineup of cars. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. And I hope nothing happens to this dam, because if this thing breaks down, I'm sure the majority of the hyper, mega, super and classic car production of important cars will be gone. So let's pray it's not going to happen. Jokes aside, it was such a fantastic experience, and this is only if you drive here in Switzerland. Of course, everyone drove very cautious, not on the closed part though of the pass, but everyone took care to not get in trouble with the local authorities. However, a Ferrari F50 on a closed road, I mean, there's no better things to do. Our friends from La Squadra took the right choice of weapon for this event, the Ferrari F40. Screaming 8 cylinders, going up the hill. I mean, that's something really, really spectacular. And I mean, have a look where all the magic happened. There's little that gives me just shivers like the sound of an F40 on a mountain road. We arrived on top of the famous Furka Pass. We are right in front of the Hotel Belvedere. Must be the most Porsche-related photograph hotel in the world, I think at least. And I can tell you, I got overtaken by a Bolide, and I mean, that's something very special on an alpine road. Now we're heading with a nice loop via Interlaken, going up the Grimsel Pass, heading to Ticino, to our next stop on this great tour of the SOC and Classic Driver Andermatt Rally. But when a mountain pass is closer for you, then really you smell some burned rubber on the tarmac, because all my friends here from the event, they really let go. And they are all capable drivers, I have to say. So it's great fun to see them here driving with a smile on their face. So the smile-o-meter is very big. And this is what it's all about, fun and smile. Since 1998, Classic Driver is the place online to find iconic classics like an Aston Martin DB5 or modern sports cars like the latest Porsche GT3 RS. So if you're thinking of buying a new car for your collection or selling, head over to Classic Driver.
Mein Name ist Florian Feustel. Ich bin hier beim SOC Classic Driver Event in Andermatt mit dem 917 K81. Das ist ein Auto, was 1980 von den Krämer-Brüdern in Kooperation mit dem Porsche-Werk zusammen für Le Mans 1981 gebaut wurde. Das Auto ist damals 1981 Le Mans gefahren, dann Brands Hatch, Nürburgring. Und danach ist das Auto von den Krämer-Brüdern verkauft worden. Die Idee der Krämer-Brüder war, 10 Jahre nach dem Sieg in Le Mans vom 917 nochmal mit einem 917 an den Start zu gehen. Haben dann, wie man sieht, in dem Frontbereich noch einen Splitter montiert, hinten durchgehenden Heckspoiler, sodass sie aerodynamisch einfach mehr Abtrieb erzeugen konnten. Von der Motorleistung her sind sie mit derselben Motorleistung wie 1970 gefahren, weil die Motoren vom Werk gestellt wurden. Da hat sich in den Motoren nichts geändert und sie haben am Ende mit dem 5-Gang Can-Am-Getriebe sind sie gefahren. Ich habe an dem Auto hier 4.380 Stunden haben wir daran gearbeitet, bis er fertig war. Genau, wir nehmen das hier am Flugplatz in Ambri im Prinzip als Test, weil das Auto nächste Woche zu Le Mans Classic geht. Und dann können wir hier einfach super testen, ob alles funktioniert, ob er auf Höchstgeschwindigkeit geradeaus läuft. Und ansonsten hätten wir noch mal die Chance nachzuarbeiten. Hier sehen wir den 12-Zylinder. Das hier ist die 4,9 Liter Variante mit 630 PS. Viele Leute denken, es ist ein Boxermotor. Das ist aber falsch. Es ist ein 12-Zylinder, 180 Grad V-Motor. Die Zylinder liegen wie bei einem Boxermotor. Wir haben aber 2 Pleuelzapfen auf einem Hub. Den 917 auf der Rennstrecke, speziell in Le Mans fahren zu dürfen, ist ein einmaliges Erlebnis. Das ist für mich persönlich der emotionalste Motorsport-Erlebnis gewesen, was ich je hatte. Also wenn man morgens früh aus dem Nachtrennen in Le Mans Classic in den Sonnenaufgang fährt mit über 300 und von hinten brüllt einfach dieser 12-Zylinder. Ich habe noch nichts Schöneres erlebt.
After the bends and twists of the Furka and Gotthard passes, our next stop is the airfield of Ambri Airport in Ticino. The runway has been cleared for high-speed sprints, and we cannot wait to see these glorious machines take off on the quarter mile.
Hi, my name is Mate. I'm the founder and CEO of the Rimac Group, Rimac Technology, and CEO of Bugatti Rimac. I was 13 years old and saw the first Veyron prototype exhibited there, just in the street, in the city, like behind a glass wall. And I still have the pictures from that moment when I saw it the first time. So I was always fascinated by Bugatti, but of course, you can't know everything if you don't use the car and if you're not together with the customers and so on. So as soon as I got involved, I also ordered the Crow Bug to experience it, and I really use it properly. So this car has 36,000 kilometers. I go to the grocery shopping with it, you know, to Lidl. I go hiking, I go to the seaside, travel from Zagreb to Molsheim or to Munich, or the car will go from here to Zagreb on the wheels. Without actually driving and using, I don't think you are really a true owner or user of these cars. So today I came with a Chiron, and there are incredible cars here. And you know, I'm a big car guy. I'm not just praising the cars that I'm building, but I love many other cars. And I never drove an F40, a Ferrari F40. Legendary car, iconic of course. And today, you know, just randomly, a guy was like, you know, my back hurts a little bit in the F40, would you change? So I gave him the Chiron, he was like, great, that's a spa treatment now for me. And I experienced the F40 for the first time. And God knows when I would experience an F40 if I wasn't here today. So it's meeting people that have similar passions, and it doesn't matter if it's a 20,000 euro car, a 2 million euro car, 10 million euro car, it doesn't matter. The interaction with young people or the public is really important. You could think that someone like me would only care about customers, but when we launched the Tourbillon, we had 1.1 billion media impressions in the first week of launching the car, for a car that's like irrelevant for 99.9999% of the people. So you could say you are just making toys for rich people, but it's much more than that. For me, a car, any car, but especially these kind of cars, are a celebration of human capability.
Go!
Little bit of tree. Grazie, un applauso, un applauso.
Hello, I'm Robertino. I'm working with Capricorn for now 40 years, and we run Capricorn as a supplier in the automotive industry for all the big brands, or most of the big brands, for decades. We are no designers. We cannot design a car, and I would not try. I'm being a friend to Andrea Zagato for many years. And one day came up with the idea, just call up Andrea and ask him how he would think to build a car together. And in his very personal, very Italian way, he said, perché no? I invited Andrea and his team to Villa d'Este, and I presented my idea. It took us from the startup meeting at Villa d'Este to this less than 2 years. Take anything away you don't need. Forget about the fashion and car industry. Don't do digital things. Don't do gearboxes. Do we really need this? I'm convinced no. Everybody's asking me, Robertino, are you crazy? We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I said, we don't need. Because we have 1,000 Newton meters, we have 900 PS, and we have 1,100 kilograms. Why do you need 8 gears? Forget it. And then they asked me, but the shift, the pattern, why do you have the dog leg like in the old Ferrari? I said, because it's the best. Because on a sports car, it's the way to go. The first gear is just to get the car rolling.
After a fantastic day out driving, all returned here to our base camp, the Cedi, and we converted the Cedi parking garage into a very, very special place, because this will be the place where we have the grand finale of the SOC Classic Driver event, our Gala dinner. And I mean, who can say no to have a dinner with a look on two IROC Porsches, a Ferrari F40, F80 or any other of the great cars that you saw today also on the road. So let's not wait any further, and we're so happy to show you how we convert this into a magical New York style Studio 54 nightclub.
Ciao, I'm Fabrizio Giugiaro, designer. I'm here at the SUC Classic Driver Andermatt. I'm here with the two concept cars I made a long time ago, the Aston Martin 2020 and the Bugatti 112, part of my collection in Torino. The Aston Martin 2020 was, in 2002, when we introduced in the Geneva Motor Show, a provocation. So Vision 2020 is also the vision. Today we are in 26. Honestly, the Aston Martin, as you see, for example, the Valkyria, at the end, move the classic way in a modern way, respecting the styling language. Here, we did not respect, except the grille. We wanted to do using the frame as the motorbike. Motorbike show the frame, the car hide it, no? So we have the frame, the main frame that is on view is in aluminum, and then you can easily change parts of the car, like the fender, to personalize much more the casco. More provocatory, but respecting the story and the language of the brand. So elements that are modern at the time, 24 years ago, but in synthesis remember the shape of the Aston Martin at the time and today. The rear is the part, let me say, more different from what was, and it is Aston Martin, but remain the proportion, so absolutely powerful. This vertical line was at the time very innovative because of neon lights and LED for the turn signal and the reverse. So we mixed at the time the new technology using, of course, element quite modern. To sit. About the interior of the 2020, I'm particularly proud because we had to do a luxury interior, but very easy to transform from left-hand drive to right-hand drive, because an English car, normally they produce car with their hand-hand drive and then move it. So it's completely symmetric. So you just take this component and put over there. This is the glove box, and in this side there is, of course, the fixed part. So the idea was to have the structure on view, the aluminum rear structure. This also had one of the first, the monitor in the middle, integrating this very precious wood, to show that in the future we will have a monitor in the middle. In 2002 was not really common. This is the Bugatti 112. We made in 1983, was special, my father designed, I just collaborate, honestly. So that operation was at the time very brave because it's a sedan technological advance. It's the only today sedan with a carbon fiber chassis. Yeah? It's the only one. And due to the very high technology at the time, four-wheel drive, the shape was related to the Atlantic. So the rear is not a typical three-box of the famous German car at the time. So it was provocatory. Then I think Porsche then thought that this could be a solution even for a sedan. In fact, the Panamera followed that idea. Front, very simple. So was in general, of course, related to the nice story of the shape and detail of Bugatti. But we have to reinvent 60 years or more of gap between the time that Bugatti stopped doing cars and the new era, because the 110 that was on the market before was something completely different, a mid-engine with a different shape. In this case, to have a sedan that remember the story and the value of brand, we introduced the classic grille. The rest of the car is very simple. It's a very sporty four-seater, very luxury, and remain one of the masterpieces of my father. Since I started to work seriously in a company in 1990, all the projects are made at the end together. But every year we switch, one completely led by me and one by my father. It was the time of my father, but we collaborate. So he's giving me advice, and it's funny, even if the design of the center, I give him some advice. And honestly, in this rear, he had done, let me say, the glass on the rear quite normal. That was obvious. And I said, why don't we do something that nobody did it recently, and to split into glass, and we leave the typical Bugatti Atlantic in the middle. So that was, let me say, my little contribution, as my father did for my next success. We still today share the project, but in this case, of course, it's Giorgetto car. The interior is modern at the time, because anyway the line expressed the technology again, like the rest of the car. And we have a cockpit that is, of course, one specific part, the cluster for the driver, and nearly with the same line we had for the first time in a car an entertainment. So a monitor with a videotape that shows how old it is. We had no other technology than put a videotape in the middle, and then the passenger can see movie, whatever. That is silly, but nobody did before that car. The rest is the typical line of Bugatti, so we take care of this line and this little feature, classic switches, but in general is a shape that did not exist in the story of Bugatti. So we had to invent, looking at the simple line that some Bugatti has been designed. The panel, as you can see, very particular. Handle is integrated in the handrails. And the steering that had the origin from BMW for the airbag at the beginning of the 90s. Airbag started to be used, and also this car had an airbag, so the steering comes from BMW.
So this is it. This was the Supercar Owner Circle and Classic Driver Andermatt Road Rally. If you're thinking of joining one of these drive-outs and you don't have the right car, I have a solution for you. Play with it to the Classic Driver market. We have at the moment 11,000 plus cars for sale, and I'm sure the right car is waiting right at the doorstep for you to experience a nice weekend with friends driving. So check the Classic Driver market. And that's all for today, for this weekend. Thank you for joining.